Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and there are some amazing Black Friday PC game deals, Steam game deals that are going live right now, and our good friends at Green Man Gaming have got you covered with a ton of stuff discounted. As I am recording this video, not everything has rolled out yet, but there's a lot of great stuff live, and by the time you guys are watching this video, the full Black Friday sale is live, and you guys can have at it. I will leave links to the deals I mentioned in this video in the description box below, but there's a ton of other stuff. We'll cover the sale in depth across a few videos, so be on the lookout for all of that. But got about 15 deals that are live right now, and let's go over them. Right off the top, Silent Hill 2 is 40% off for $42. Given that this just came out back in early October, sizable discount on a game that was really well received. A ground-up remake of Silent Hill 2 done by the Bloober team. They did a phenomenal job with it. Game from a visual standpoint looks tremendous, and the eeriness, the tone, the atmosphere of the game still holds up incredibly strongly. For $42, it's a hefty price to pay, but again, given that it's super new and a very recent release, I would say a pretty good buy. Next up, another phenomenal deal. Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed is 50% off for $30. Another game that is a very, very recent release, and I would say is a great pickup at this price point. My main issue with the game was the fact that the game was a little bit pricey at $60. The full price was $60, but at $30, okay, we're cooking. It's a remake of Disney's Epic Mickey, which came out on the Nintendo Wii back in like 2010, and it's a really, really well done platformer, a lot of charm to it. For 30 bucks, I think this is the perfect price to pay for it if you are interested in the game. Obviously, $30 is still a premium, but, you know, if you have interest in the game, given that it just came out, not a bad deal there. Dragon's Dogma 2 is 51% off for $34.31. Good deal on Dragon's Dogma 2. Obviously had some performance issues on PC, but a game that a lot of people enjoyed. Wasn't my cup of tea. Wasn't a game that I absolutely loved, but I know a lot of people that did really enjoy it, and it really did seem to be more of a divisive game. But yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea, but for $34 and change, a good deal for a game that's still relatively recent. A game that was absolutely up my alley was the Resident Evil 4 remake, and that is on sale for $17.20. That is a tremendous, tremendous deal on what, in my opinion, was 2023's Game of the Year. The game was just tremendous. You're taking one of the best games of all time, and you're remaking it from the ground up. You're getting one of the best games of all time again. It is a tremendous survival horror action title, and for $17 and change, it's great. They also do have Resident Evil 4 the Gold Edition for $25.79. That does include the Separate Ways DLC, as well as some other superfluous, you know, DLC content that isn't as important, but yeah, Separate Ways is definitely nice to have in the Gold Edition. $25.79 for that is quite good as well. RoboCop Rogue City down to $15. I would say that's a really good deal for RoboCop Rogue City. Now, I'm not a big RoboCop guy, but as a game, I thought it had a really cool aesthetic, and the setting was great, and from what I know from the RoboCop fandom that has played this game, they seem to enjoy this game a lot. So, if you're a RoboCop fan, for $15, I think this is going to end up being one of the best pickups that you can make. But yeah, $15 for that, not a bad deal. Definitely another one to check out. Mafia The Trilogy, obviously, you got to give a shout to the Mafia titles. It includes Mafia Definitive Edition, Mafia 2, and Mafia 3. Mafia 1 and 2, I think, are absolutely fantastic. Mafia Definitive Edition is a ground-up remake of Mafia 1 that I think is really well done. Mafia 2, the Definitive Edition, isn't anything to write home about. Mafia 2 is just a really good game. And Mafia 3 still has a lot of the elements that I liked out of Mafia 1 and 2. However, I actually thought the shift to a full-on open-world title was more of a detriment than a compliment to Mafia 3. Mafia 3 still has some great voice acting. It has some good narrative elements, but some of the gameplay and content, that's where I had the issue. But $13 for all three titles, and Mafia 3 is still worthwhile to play. It's just, I felt the more contained nature of Mafia 1 and 2 worked better for the style of game Mafia is. But nevertheless, $13.05 again, a good pickup there. Next up, Castlevania The Dominus Collection, 40% off for $15. You guys, this deal is so nuts. Given that the $25 for the Castlevania Dominus Collection was already ridiculous, you get Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Order of Ecclesia, and Portrait of Ruin. 3 Nintendo DS games that kind of had been lost in the annals of time, and now they're back in the Dominus Collection. Now, the issue is, whenever you are porting DS games, they can be a little bit janky with the dual screen setup, and that's true for the Dominus Collection as well, but these games are so good that I would still say you deal with that and play through them. They are excellent, excellent games for $15 to get all three. Just a great pickup that I would strongly recommend, so definitely check that out. Judgment is on sale, 73% off for $10.80. Judgment is absolutely awesome. It's one of those games that I recommend to a lot of people if they want to get into the RGG titles, the Yakuza developers. The thing with Judgment is you have two games to sink your teeth into. Judgment and Lost Judgment. And Judgment itself has its own self-contained story, as do a lot of the Yakuza games, to be fair. But it's not as daunting of an undertaking, and Judgment has some great English voice acting, and it's not a PlayStation 3 era title like Yakuza 0 was. Judgment is a game that was built for the PS4, upgraded on PC, all that good stuff, and yeah, the game is great. Narratively, it might be the best game that RGG has put out. I would probably say Yakuza Like a Dragon is the best, but man, Judgment, it's 1A, 1B when it comes to best narratives out of an RGG game. I would say Yakuza Like a Dragon or Judgment are probably the best, so yeah, $10.80 for that is quite good. Dave the Diver Deluxe Edition is $14.97. I would say pick up the Standard Edition, but it's out of stock at GMG. Remember, today is the final day to pick up the Godzilla DLC. I'll mention it in a separate video, but yeah, the Godzilla DLC is getting pulled forever, and you need to own the game to add that to your library. So if you care about game preservation, having everything in your library is something to consider there. But yeah, a very, very well-received indie title with Dave the Diver, and you get the Deluxe Edition that does include the digital extra expansion pack. Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy is $10.59. This is an absolutely nuts deal. You get Tomb Raider 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, all for $10 and change. Excellent, excellent trilogy of games. I love the Survivor trilogy of Tomb Raider titles. They are all exceptional. Tomb Raider 2013 is great. ROTR may legit be one of my favorite games of all time. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider is really good as well, just narratively not as strong, but a lot of the gameplay fundamentals are stronger in SOTR, but yeah, $10.59 for that is great. Stalker The Bundle, 80% off for $8. Great deal on Stalker The Bundle. You get Stalker Call of Pripyat, Stalker Clear Sky, Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. Obviously, Stalker 2 just dropped, but if you don't want to drop $60 or sign up to Game Pass, you can check out the originals for $8. These games are super dated, so keep that in mind. Disco Elysium, The Final Cut, down to $8.50. One of the best narrative-driven games you are ever going to come across. Some of the best writing that you're ever going to see in a video game, and just incredibly, incredibly well done as far as that's concerned. Just know what you're getting yourself into. It is a narrative-driven, methodical title that, you know, it's not super fast-paced action gameplay that's going to hook you within the first couple of minutes of playing the game. That's not the style of game Disco Elysium is, but Disco Elysium is an exceptional game that I highly recommend everybody to check out, and I think a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised by the game. It's just a really, really well-done game as far as its narrative goes, and I think it's one that a lot of people will end up enjoying, so definitely check that out. We do have a Remnant 2, the Ultimate Edition, on sale as well. Hefty price point to be expected, but $28.70 on that. That includes Remnant 2 and all of the DLC available right now. Not my cup of tea as far as the game is concerned, but I have friends that are super, super into this game, and they've done a great job of supporting the game, rolling out content, updates, everything like that, and I do believe Remnant 3 is in development, but $28.70 for Remnant 2, the Ultimate Edition, with all the bonus content, that is quite good. Risk of Rain 2, 71% off for $7.18. Great deal on Risk of Rain 2 as well. Very, very addictive. I remember when this game came out, I bought it while it was in early access, and I got so infuriated by the game that I uninstalled it and then immediately re-downloaded it because it's just a very addicting game. But yes, it's also got a great co-op component. If you do want to play co-op, that is an option as well. Then lastly, gotta give a shout to XCOM 2, the collection. $6.96 on that is always going to be a tremendous deal. XCOM 2 with the DLC is fantastic. You got the War of the Chosen expansion here as well. Just great tactical, a great tactical game, and definitely worth the time and money. $6.96 is just a bargain for that. But that is going to do it for me. Links to all of these deals will be in the description box below. Like I said, there is going to be a ton more stuff to come with GMG's Black Friday sale by the time you guys are watching this video, and I'll surely do some more content covering it, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.